Hi, my name is Owen. You can call me Owen Dube. I'm from Zimbabwe, from north of side of the country in Victoria Falls. So I've been with Jabulani for 16 years. I joined the Jabulani head. So I do like to work with the elephant. As I can say, so far all together to work with the elephant is about 20 years now. Um, My name actually, I don't know the meaning of it. It's an English name, but my grandmother, she used to call me Leandro. So, which is the one that I know exactly what the meaning of Leandro is mean love. So, this one, Owen, I'm not sure about it. What does it mean? Okay, for me, to be honest, I was born in a rural area. Um, so to work with the elephants or to love the animals is just came, and then I also get so interested to be in the field. So I give myself to learn a lot. Back to Zimbabwe and then Victoria Falls, I used to go out with the guides. I used to go out in the bush, and then they used to teach me so many things about the animals. So at that company where I've been working, they just said they're gonna have some elephants, a trained elephant. So for me, it was an opportunity to work with that elephant. And then I was so lucky, I was so lucky. I work with those elephants. I learn a lot. So to me, to work with the elephant is something that I really love it. It's not something to be taught by anybody. I loved for myself to say no. I do like to work with the elephant. So it's not only just work. It's inside love that I do love elephants. Yeah. Definitely, as the person that who's been working with the elephant, I can identify all elephants. If you can get a new elephant to come to join the herd, I can identify that elephant either is swimming. It's quite difficult to identify elephant when it's swimming, but myself and I can identify the elephant when it's swimming. That one is mambo, that one is classeri, because their color come look more similar because they'll be wet from the water, but I can identify them. So yeah, definitely to identification to me, I can identify all our elephants at the Jabulani head. My favorite, Parkway is my favorite guy, and then it's easy for everyone to identify him. But when it's laid down on the water, someone is gonna ask me which one is Parkway because all of them will be same. Parkway is my favorite elephant. In the head, we do have that's the biggest elephant that we have in the head actually. So as the big male elephant in the head is giving me a lot of teaching to the young ones. So it's the elephant that he loves people. No matter you can have 300 people around him, he's not going to be alarmed. He's very comfortable. He's so nice. He's got that kind of a smile to everyone. So if you got a little elephant that also is next to Sebakwe in the head, and we know that that elephant also is going to be nice because he's learning from the big one. So that's the kind of the behavior of Sebakwe that you have, and then we definitely know that for all these young boys that we have in the head, they're gonna be same like him because he's giving me a wonderful teaching. Yeah. Learning from the elephant, to be honest, I learned how to respect. I learned how to take care. I learned also how to share. Sharing is a caring. So elephant, they does share. Definitely, they does. You can find out one elephant is got injured. They assist each other. One can pluck down the tree, and then they're not worried to eat. They can just leave for the young ones to eat. We do have was been talking about Kanyisa. She like to eat the bark. So when the big one is debugging, and then you can find she'll be just hanging around on the tree, and then those small bark will be dropping in the ground. The big one is sharing her. So you can find that the little one is picking up, is eating, is picking up, is eating. If the big ones notice that okay, there's nothing left there, because she can show that okay, he's trying to get on the trunk of the tree, and then she can start to stripping again, dropping in the ground, and then she'll be taking. So that's a lot that I learned from the elephant. And then if one elephant is not is moved out from the head, the elephant himself, they can tell that, oh no, we can't find someone, there's someone who's not there. So for you, if you're not aware of it, you can just hang around and say, oh guys, there's no class area here, or there's no mambo here. We know that mambo is the one who mostly like to go out. So they give you some signals. They give you the sign. Is a language that I learned from the elephant. That okay, this is their language. It means this. So I learn a lot from them, and then also I understand their language. My favorite time of the day is the evening. Yeah, I like it. Check back from the guy who's been working with the elephants, especially this time of the year now. Our summer is very hot, so you find that I realized the elephant mostly they like to have a very short time of feeding, and then also there's no enough shadows. The trees, the leaves are dry, so you can find those elephants mostly of the time they just group up together, find up maybe 1 or 2 trees where you can find 4 or 2 and 3 there. They just hang around. They're not feeding. And then so many functions of their ears trying to cool off their body. And then at around 3:30, and then the sound is a little bit down. You can see all of them, they start to disperse themselves looking for food. And then from there, boom, starting grazing, eating. So that's the best time for me that I really like to be out there in the bush and with the elephants. And then there's not much of them to walk so far. There'll be now that there's no need for us to go to the water. There's no need for us. We saw the sun is going down, so let's be busy eating, guys. So there'll be more eating on that. We do have one of the female, name is Tokwe. She does so many amazing to protect the herd. There's this other day she chased the lion, which is about approximately 3 to 4 kilometers away from the camp. And then when she was satisfied that okay, those lions down they're far away, and then she came back by herself. So that was the protecting of the young ones. And then secondly, I do remember one of our little male elephant. His name is Mambo. So he went out to join 2 young wild elephants then out in the bush, and then he ignored the mother. The mother was calling, and then he was not even answering or to respond from it. So it was that the kind of say, okay, I find my friends, and then I'll go with them. But those friends, they ignored him. They ignored him, and then for the second day now, we are trying to find a way. Mambo, are you? And then we find him alone. And then when we find him, he was so happy. You can see some emotional glands. He was raising, showing some happiness, and coming to us, taking some food from our hands. And they say, where were you? And then it was just kind of like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. I was trying to join the other. But yeah, now we are walking back to the camp with Mambo. We are happy. I was with one of my colleagues, Tiger. We are walking there. We are happy together. We are chatting and walking. When we get closer, I think it was almost about maybe 500 meters away to get to the camp. And then Mambo just find out, okay, I remember this place now. I can smell my mother, I can smell the friend. He ran away from us. He just left us behind. And after that, we found out somewhere in the way, there was 2 lions and Mambo is gone. So it's those kind of things that I cannot forget. Yeah, elephant does amazing. Friends, human being is a problem. Yeah, no, to be honest, yes, I'm the guy who's so always smiling with the friends. The guys, I like chat with them, and then also I do miss them if I go on my annual leave. So yeah, there's a time where we go out, and then sometimes when we finish our work, and then we can have 2 or 3 guys chatting, talking a lot. I do have one of the fun ones, Simba Rashe. Is a shorter name. It's quite very long. Simba Rashe is quite a very entertaining guy. He likes talking, and then yeah, you feel more comfortable around him. So many speeches that he shares. So yeah, it's one of the guys that mostly I miss, and then I like to be hanging around with him because I like he's funny. It's like he give me to to not to see the day, how what is the day today. So it's always funny guy. Yeah. To be honest, Kanyisa to me is mean a lot. It's my first time to work with an albino elephant. And then if I look at on here, she's experienced so bad from the time that she arrived here, and then it was very hard on here. So to look on here, to me, is something that I will never forget. It's something that I like to share with the entire world, so that they can really understand the history and then the life that she went through. So it's the baby elephant that I'm looking forward that we're gonna point up, saying that, oh guys, look on this elephant. From the time that she arrived here, now she's taking a lead at the Jabulani head. So I'm looking forward for that baby elephant. I know that we're gonna make it. To be working with the elephant, and also people who just know elephant from the books, and or maybe from the social media, watching from the Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. But I could like everyone actually to come and visit at Jabulani Head, because we do have a lot of information to share, and also for the somebody who doesn't know more about the elephant, what is the value of the elephant. When you get here, definitely we can make that person to be satisfied of the value of the elephant, and to really to appreciate all the information that when he go back wherever he stay or wherever he come from, we know that he's going to share exactly what he saw at the Jabulani Head. Because our information is not just for the information for Jabulani, it's the information for entire world to understand about the elephant. That also give us the more like a security to these animals to be alive, like go against poaching. And because a person who poach an elephant is somebody who's looking only on his side, that he wants something bigger, talking about money, things like that. But when you teach that person about how the value of this elephant can be, what is important, what the this elephant play mostly in this nature or in our life, so you can find that there can be an opposite for to have so many people do poaching. So we really appreciate you to have more people who doesn't have more information about the elephant to really come to visit Jabulani Head. We do have enough information to share for everyone. And also we do understand a person when you get close to the animal, and then you tell him exactly this animal does this and does that. By the time that he's watching that animal, he's going to point up 1 or 3 things that he's going to learn from that elephant. So elephant are animals that also they can give you a stress-free, or if you got kind of a severe sickness like maybe headache, the time that you'll be watching elephant do some amazing, so many things that elephant do, and then you can find that you are so more concentrating, you are enjoying, we are so relaxing watching that elephant what is doing, and you find that that severe headache is gone. So is an elephant. These are elephant mostly does all those kind of things. Those are animals mostly. They like also to associate with the people. So we as people, let's try by all means to get close to them, to understand and learn what they do. And definitely these animals, they are very so marvelous. I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone. I really appreciate, and so that you guys definitely are looking forward to meet you. And then we can have some wonderful sharing of these animals. I like to say thank you very much. Don't forget my name is Owen. Luyando is my African name. Luyando is mean love. Cheers.